I mean, you
Okay.
could.
Yeah. So here we go. Oh, yeah. I told you to go to the wrong lake. So we start off by going to the wrong lake. I thought we were supposed to go to that one first. Turns out we're supposed to go to Valor first because even this game knows Azelf is the best spirit. Although we do take a quick moment since we flew back here to, um, fuck,
Teach some
heart
moves, and I
scale. Yeah,
believe.
heart scale.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So as you can see, we have Togekiss and Lucario. We picked them up off screen. So we had Lucario evolves via friendship, and we had the stone for Togekiss. So we just went ahead and evolved them, and then got them their level 1 moves because Dark Pulse is pretty good on Lucario, and Togekiss has some of the best moves in the game on its level 1. Well, maybe not some of the best moves in the game, but some really good moves nonetheless. Then it's off to Lake Valor.
Questioning myself, going like, where am I going?
Yeah.
And remembering that is a route and not just a building.
Yeah, unlike any other, resort, you can actually just leave through the back and no one's there to stop you.
Yeah.
Or come in through the
There are,
back and just
there are employees only signs.
And then we have what is it? This is the last commander that we haven't fought yet.
Yep.
I forgot
If I remember, this one went pretty
Yeah.
quickly and easily.
It's not terribly threatening. Oh, yeah, the Bronzor trying to fucking save itself with Iron Defense.
Yep.
Now we go to the correct lake, which is the lake we went to first. Have Mom heal up our team. Okay. So a handful of fights on the way there. Nothing too terribly threatening. I can't believe I left all this in. It's been a while since I looked at the edited version of this. I thought I had it down to I'm pretty sure I have it down to 8 to 10 minutes. I just don't remember leaving all of this in to get it down that far. But apparently I did. 800 speed is pretty fucking ridiculous. So we get to watch a bunch of the little fights here. What's your thought going through these little fights that don't matter?
I mean, these were all fairly simple. They didn't really require much thought. Because yeah, mostly again, my biggest issue is just understanding, or not understanding, but just knowing Pokemon typings, weaknesses, and resistances. Because I pretty much got the math down as an understanding.
I just noticed this. I don't know why I don't think I brought it up in the game, but how you and Dawn have what's her name surrounded. You just fucking backed her into a corner. She can't go anywhere right now. What? How does she get out of this? But then she's gone. Did she learn the mystical art of walking diagonally in a grid system? You had her bully circled. There's no way she should have been able to get out of that.
Yeah. She has discovered that she can walk through the trees.
Right.
Unlike me, I still haven't figured out how to walk through a forest.
What is this incredible power that you possess?
But can't you see these trees? They're spaced about 5 to 10 feet apart. How do you get through that?
How are you not the protagonist if you can clearly break the game?
Yeah.
Why did we come back here again? Oh, that's right. We wanted to get the dig TM because this is around the point where I was saying that at this point Garchomp is probably going to make it to the Pokemon League. And so Garchomp with Earthquake is going to be more valuable than Gliscor with Earthquake. So we just gave Gliscor a stab move. I don't remember this is where we went to Fuego. This killed a lot of time. Please tell me I cut out some of the Fuego shit, other than catching the
I think
Pokemon.
This killed a little bit more than just time, if I recall correctly.
So Gastrodon, we have the pink. What's the first one called?
Yes, our struggle to use
what the
just
fuck
any
is the
Pokeballs.
Goddamn Shellos, that's what it's called.
Yeah. Oh, you were trying to remember the name of the slug?
Yeah. Because we have Shellos, so we didn't have to catch Gastrodon. It's technically a dupes. So we got a second roll, which picked up Magmar. And this is where I'm getting a little nervous. I'm like, oh, this thing's got Fire Spin, and it's kind of trapped you, and it will not stay in the goddamn ball.
Finally, it went down. We swapped to the barrel.
Yeah.
Just trying to get more time, but now we're stuck again. And
we're
burn.
trapped by Fire Spin, and we're just trying to put some damage on it. This thing was a nightmare to catch, but we wanted to come here because we were going to get one of two Pokemon. We were either going to get Magmar, which we got, or we were going to get the best Pokemon in the game, Magneton. Might, but it evolves in Magneton. But, yeah, so we're like, yeah, we definitely want to go get our what is potentially going to be our only fire Pokemon, since we evolved Eevee to Jolteon for the Water Gym.
Yep.
Among other things that Jolteon will probably do later, but... so we needed a fire type. So, but losing Barrel definitely hurts a bit because Barrel's not like an unusable Pokemon. Although, admittedly, it's kind of at the last little bit of usefulness at this stage of the game. It's not going to commit a whole lot more after this. So it's not like the worst loss. It's just an unfortunate one. But we got Magmar, so we got our fire type. So we're I mean, in addition to the handful of fighting types we have and some of the steel types, actually, I think we only have one steel type. It's Empoleon. But
oh, there was a little bit of a screen clip there.
Yeah, I was. This is where I was trying to have this. I had problems with Discord and my audio, so apparently I left that in because I just shortened all this. So that was me dicking around with my audio settings so that we could actually hear each other on Discord.
You really held on to all of me just trying to figure out where I was going because I really wanted that item.
It was really funny. Your struggle to find that.
Yeah, this is the part where I could have got it, and then I progressed onward, and then went. But how do I get there?
Yeah.
Because you could see me like, which one? I'm like, oh, I see.
All right, so there's Fuego, and then we have to release Barrel, but then it's off to the ice location, which we actually still need to catch one Pokemon. Just a reminder to Koryth here.
Talk about where the
we only caught 2 of the 3 locations. We caught the lake Pokemon, and we caught the whatever route has the blizzard, but we didn't catch the right route right out of the cave because we kind of threw on a rappel and bypassed that whole route.
Oh, that's right. So so there's currently 2 total from all of our sessions that we can go back to then. There's that one, and then there's also wherever that cave where we get the Steelix or whatever was.
Yep, in the Ironworks or whatever.
Yeah.
Not Ironworks, because Ironworks is the Fuego. Whatever that cave is, though, yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what cave it is. I just don't remember the name of it.
Yep. It's a cave.
Yep. So we were getting prepped to deal with the cave.
Yes, we did also, I believe, realize... Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't do that yet. I was going to say, I think we've over-leveled our Staraptor at this point.
If it wasn't now,
I saw it was at 45.
Yeah. If it wasn't by now, it will be eventually. But Staraptor wasn't going to do anything in the Ice Gym that, say, for example, Gliscor couldn't also do, which is basically just be a pivot Pokemon and act as a way to bait out Ice-type moves. So having one over-leveled and not using it in the favor, it's fine. Plus, Gliscor has the advantage of being able to U-turn on a switch, which Staraptor can't do, although we could probably get another U-turn TM if we wanted Staraptor to do that. What does it got? It's got Fly, Aerial Ace, Return, and close combat. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to fit U-turn on there. I mean, we could arguably do it, but then you'd be using Fly as your flying stab move, which I kind of like Aerial Ace better myself. Fly does do more damage, but again, it sets it. It has to do it over 2 turns, whereas using Aerial Ace twice is going to be even more powerful than Fly once. So it's not, like I said, not necessarily a bad thing, but it's rough to have to rely on Fly as your stab move.
Yeah. This Blizzard was hell to walk through.
Yeah. This is just an interesting part of the game. I like that they did it. It's really fun. It's really clever. It's kind of a nice little touch by the devs. But there's definitely a few points. Oh yeah, and you went to the Ice Stone, and you're going like, why? What? Like, yeah, if you wanted to evolve Eevee to Glaceon, because this game, well, the devs, I should say, the devs hate the players, and they don't like you to get the Evolutions, at least not until Gen, I want to say 8 is where they fixed the Evolutions and made the majority of them stone-based. The ones that weren't stone-based to begin with, obviously, because, like, now in Gen 8, 9, and hopefully continuing beyond, you can just Leaf Stone Leafeon and Ice Stone Glaceon.
Yep.
Now, if they could just Moonstone Umbreon and Sunstone Espeon and, I don't know, Shiny Stone fucking Sylveon, we'd be good to go. Yep, so here's what we...
That was 20 Dusk Balls, 12 Hyper Heals, a couple of...
Yeah, a few...
I accidentally bought some of the Paralyzed Heals and realized that I should have just bought full heals, but did end up buying full heals on top of that.
So this is where we go Pokemon hunting, I believe, and we'll do the gym afterwards. So what are our encounters? Oh, free Ultra Ball. Oh, that's right, I told you about the... I can't believe I left this in here. I just wanted to show him the worst trade... the worst and the best trade Game Freak's ever made. The Haunter with an Everstone. I love that trade. Mostly because I love that Game Freak was willing to be that dick. Just fucking shit on their player. Like, I just have so much respect for that. So yeah, like I said, we still need to get
makes me think about a Skeletor video.
Yeah, we still need to catch the one other Pokemon. We'll probably do that the next time we get a chance to play. But, so now we get to the actual gym fight, which is kind of the whole point of being here.
Yep. Should we point out that issue that we had? Or that I had?
No.
Before this?
No. We'll let the audience figure it out.
Let them see if they can find it.
Yeah. Now that we told them, now they're going to be looking for something.
Yep.
Oh shit! Damn, I did a horrible job cutting this. I mean, whoa, what the fuck?
Hi, Google.
Oh, that's right. I was trying to get you the video here. This is basically Pokemon.
Am I just playing in the background during all that?
I forgot that wasn't on my second monitor. My browser is not set to open on my second monitor. I probably should, but I just more often than not want it to default here. So. That's why I usually try and set up things beforehand, but I didn't realize I probably should have had the browser set up so I could use it in the second window, but I didn't because I was like, we're not going to be playing for too long. We're just going to go fight, the gym leader and then kind of be done. And then we just kept talking. I'm like, oh shit, I should show you this is basically video.
Oh yeah,
because it's hilarious. And for those of you who haven't seen it, which is probably none of you, but for those of you who haven't seen it, yeah, this is basically Pokemon video. It's really funny.
Oh yes, and then we get to see this.
Oh yeah, he's trying to figure out the puzzle.
Yeah, this was a hellishly complex
now,
puzzle.
I did leave one particular fight in here. You probably remember it.
I know what fight this is.
Yeah, I think it's coming up here, actually.
It should be, because it's before the actual gym fight.
I don't know if it's... Oh, it is this one, because I slowed the video down for it. All right, let's go through...
Just to savor in this moment.
First of all, this is not Koryth's fault. In all honesty, this should have worked. But also I'd lived with fucking 2 HP and then one-shot Earthquake. Now, part of that was because Magmar was 2 levels under. If you had 1, let alone 2 more levels, you would have killed it, just from the stat differences. But nevertheless, It was all that work for the Magmar, and now we lose Magmortar before the fucking...
We got our one and only fire Pokemon, and he's gone.
Before the most important part for it to be a fire type.
Yeah.
And we lost Barrel for it. But like I said, Barrel wasn't going to do too terribly much beyond this point in the game. It's kind of been outclassed at this point.
I thought that we went and swapped out what Pokemon I had before. But I don't think I saw that happen.
We'll see it. We'll see them all in this fight. I'm pretty sure we see everything on your team except for Gliscor. I think Gliscor just never actually does his pivoting, so we never need to. Because generally, you do a really good job with this gym. I should note again, like with a lot of the more important fights, I've become increasingly hands off. I was letting him build his team. I was letting him fight this gym on his own, and I was not commenting other than to break down the occasional maths for him.
Yep.
To help him with some of the numbers.
Yeah, you get to be my human calculator during these.
All right. So I think this is where you're questioning whether or not Machamp is faster.
Yeah.
And if I recall, I basically was like, well, I can verify the stats for you. That's fair. But I was like, I'm pretty sure Machamp's got this thing beat by leaps and bounds. And Pulsewine has, I think, 30 or 35 base speed. Machamp's 65.
Yeah, and I think we talked about...
so it's like you are
it's
going
likely
to be,
not EV trained in there.
Yeah, it's most likely not EV trained because it's so slow to begin with. They would not bother to EV train it. So I was like, I was telling him at this point, I'm like, yeah, you've got the speed advantage, or you should. Again, I don't know the EVs because the sites I've been.
Maybe it was close. Maybe it was only like 10 or so off. So
yeah.
If it did for some reason EV train it would be, but it was unlikely that they would.
It would be extremely hard for it to be EV trained anywhere close to your speed, though.
Yeah.
It could get there, like I said, it would have to be maxed, basically. But yeah, Machamp, this is another, thankfully, gym where Machamp probably could sweep everything except for this. This is Machamp's big issue right here.
But we had a plan for this ahead of time.
Yep, we were ready.
They say we,
yeah. Koryth had thought of his method for dealing with it.
I don't know why I'm hovering so long, but
well, I think you were reiterating it to me because you were
right.
You were
kind
thinking
of walking
to yourself,
you through my thought
you
process.
were thinking to yourself more or less as you were building your team, occasionally giving ideas like, "Oh, I think I might do this. I think I might do that." And now you're walking me through what your plan is here to deal with Frostlass.
Yeah, because I don't like to really go into it with any solid plans. Like, if this happens, we can do this. But if shit goes sideways, what are like 2 or 3 other options I can go? Yeah, because I think the plan here was we see the Frostlass, we swap into something that can either tank it or that has a Dark type move. We were also wondering what the likelihood, because Lucario is already injured here.
Yep.
How much damage he's going to take.
Yeah, because that was the other thing I was also kind of coaching on was AI. Because you don't understand the AI thought process, so I was trying to help you with AI thought process as well.
That's right, because we were also talking about, like, I don't think it was for this specific moment here, but we had discussed...
I don't know if we've broken it down for the audience, but basically what we've been doing, I think for the last 2, if not 3 gyms at this point, is I have the website open that has the gym leaders' Pokemon, their moves and all that, their held items, everything, and I'll just list out the Pokemon, their levels, the moves, abilities, yada, yada, yada. And so... occasionally he'll just ask me for a reference to verify the data. Like, I think that's what the big thing is here is he was trying to figure out, like, what's the AI see on Machamp for Frostlass?
That's right, yeah. Like, what type moves does it have? What are these?
And it was like, okay, so it's got 2 potential moves it's going to use, but it's probably going to favor the Blizzard because Blizzard has the most raw power.
This Abomasnow, surprisingly, gave me the most trouble.
Yes,
because I lost our biggest answer to him.
Yeah, but unfortunately, this is another one where I'm sitting in the back, in the back of my head, screaming for him because you'll see it as it comes up here. He makes a. I'm not going to say optimal. It was a good play, not necessarily the optimal play. He makes a good play. Not this one. This was not a good play, but he follows up a bad play with a pretty good play. Again, optimal will leave up to debate. And then he throws it. He basically, like, I'm going to spoil it here, but he throws this play here. He recovers from the throw and then throws it again. and it's one of those things where it hurts. I'm going like, no,
It's me in the driver's seat, turning a little too sharply one way and then overcorrecting the other way. And
so this is for what it's worth, because I didn't keep the actual audio footage or audio file here, but this is you asking me, like, what are the odds he goes for an ice type move on Empoleon, and could I use Gliscor to bait out something else? And it's like, I mean, you could, but your best bet right now is to it's like we know he has Focus Blast. You're a Steel type, so it's going to see Focus Blast. So this is, and I'm like, Gliscor. I didn't want to say anything about who could take it. I was just he sees Focus Blast is kind of what I was trying to tell him here. This isn't the throw yet. Hold on, never mind. The throw. Okay, never mind. He throws it, and then he throws it again. It's 2 throws and then a recovery. That's what it is. My bad. Now that I'm seeing it again here.
Yeah, and this is you just telling me, like,
Yo,
if you're just gonna Sword Stance once, you might as well just do another move.
That's right, because you were gonna Sword Stance, and so I explained how stats work, and I'm like, Sword Stance doubles your power, which is functionally the same as using any one move twice. The only reason you Sword Stance is if you're gonna sweep with a Pokemon that's been danced, or if you're gonna set up more than one Sword Stance on a single Pokemon so that you can one-shot it.
Yeah, so I had to kind of put together. I don't really have the time to sit here and Sword Stance to try and one-shot.
Yeah, and you were also asking me about types at this point, because don't judge, but Koryth is still learning the type matchups, because he was trying to Night Slash this thing, and I'm like, there's nothing about Abomasnow that's weak to Dark.
Yeah.
This is where I'm like, Stab is going to be your best friend. Like, I'm trying to help him with the maths here again. And then
I was telling him I need to just get myself a poster to put above my laptop to just quick reference everything. Not have to ask him every time.
You'll also have to get one updated for Gen 6 and beyond, because that was the last time they updated the type chart.
Oh, okay.
And because the game we're going to be
we're doing Gen 5 remake for the Soul Link?
No, you said you wanted to do Ruby Sapphire remakes.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, which are in the Gen 6 engine, so you'll need a Gen 6 updated type chart for that. There's not a lot of changes, but there are some just because when Fairy got added, Fairy got added to the type chart in general. But Dark is now weak to Dark is now weak to Fairy, Steel is resistant to Fairy, Fire is resistant to Fairy, yada yada yada.
Dragon is weak against Fairy, I believe.
Yeah, Fairy's immune to Dragon. The big changes that I think are even more important than trying to memorize Fairy, which even I'm not perfect at yet, and I've still fucked that one up. The big thing is that Steel was nerfed. Steel lost its resistance to Dark and to Ghost that it had beforehand. Oh yeah, this is a throw right here. So
this is because I remember you describing this to me. It's because I have now already seen that Gallade is faster, but at this point, my fear instinct of losing yet another Pokemon this session kicked in, and I went, "Nope, we're not going to sit out."
Yeah, so
I didn't actually think through the play.
You saw Gallade was faster, and you didn't do half of its HP, but thanks to the recoil from Woodhammer, it has put itself into KO range of Psycho Cutter. So Psycho Cutter wouldn't have killed them 2 hits without that Woodhammer, but it is now in 2-hit KO range. And, I mean, yeah, Blissey takes an Avalanche. Thank God it wasn't buffed up Avalanche, because that's a physical move. And as you can see, it does a lot of damage.
Buffed, crit, etc. It would have been rough.
Yeah, that was the big major throw where in the back of my mind where, no, you had the win. It was right there. It was right there. And this is where the type... This is
where we were talking about
this is where not understanding
the AI looking at just kill moves, I believe.
Yeah, because I'm like, it sees a kill with anything, so it could use anything.
So it was like, if it focus blasts, Empoleon might just be gone. If it doesn't, we should be good.
Yeah, this is what I was explaining. Yeah, so AI for those of who are newer to, not necessarily newer to this channel even, but just not necessarily as up to date on Pokemon. You probably are, let's be honest. Anyone who found my channel is not someone who's probably new to Pokemon. But if you are, there's no harm in being new, and welcome to the channel, welcome to Pokemon. But yeah, when the AI has, or you're low on HP, the AI sees a kill with all of its moves that deal damage anyways, it will roll randomly on which moves it will use to kill you. So this Empoleon, that's what we switched to. Sorry, spoiler alert. The Abomasnow has Avalanche, Focus Blast, Woodhammer, and Irrelevant. Doesn't matter what's fucking with. The point is that Blissey is so low on HP that
It wasn't a ghost type move, was it?
no, I think a special type move. I think it had was it Icy Wind?
I
I
don't
don't
think so. No, I
I
think it
don't
had
remember.
Blizzard
Was it
or
Blizzard? It might
Aval.
have
Oh
been
no, it had an Avalanche.
Avalanche.
We know we've seen that
It was
already.
Avalanche, Woodhammer, Focus Blast,
Warhammer.
and then
Blast.
it was a coverage move of some sort. I just forget
Actually,
which one.
yeah.
But either way, if it Water Pulse, he did have a special attack. Yeah, it was water.
Okay.
So Water Pulse is the only thing that will not kill Blissey. So of the 3 remaining moves, it could roll any of the other 3. So there's a 33% chance it uses any of its other 4 moves in this scenario, because Water Pulse is the only thing that won't kill you. So yeah, I was explaining to him AI thought process there, similar to what we just did, and this is where he's trying to figure out who comes in to take the attack. Now, because I didn't help him, he makes a particular choice, but I'll just spoil it right now. Since it doesn't see a kill with Water Pulse and never will on Blissey, you can switch relatively safely to Gliscor unless it goes for the Avalanche, baiting out the Avalanche for sure, allowing you to go safely into nearly anybody. You know, Lucario, Machamp, Empoleon. Lucario actually by itself is also not a bad choice here because Woodhammer it resists. It could take the Focus Blast to actually kill it. Yeah, the Focus Blast is really kind of the big threat right now. I mean, Gliscor probably would die to an Avalanche unpowered up, probably. I mean, it's really bulky. Gliscor's really, really bulky, but it is ×4, which means it probably dies. This is still.
Yep, and I think this is where we're now looking at speed to see if I'm fast enough to get out, and then on the next turn use Flash Cannon.
Yeah, and this is where you were asking about using Peck, and I was like, why the fuck?
I was looking at the grass type part of it, but yeah.
And I was like, type advantage. So ice is weak to steel, and grass doesn't resist steel. And we get the Focus Blast whiff, not uncommon because Focus Blast whiffs everything. And he ends up pulling out of this one with a little bit of a clutch win. Oh man, like I said, I was screaming. I'm like, no, you had it. One more Psycho Cutter. You had such a good setup. You did really well. And then throws it. So that's the end of this one. And
I had to make this video a little more interesting, you know?
Yeah.
Outside of losing Magmortar.
Yeah. So we will see you guys next time.